Welcome to a New Beginning podcast hosted by Patricia Silver, a certified and respected life coach. Patricia will take you through her personal struggles with domestic violence, providing you with engaging conversations and actionable tips to help guide you to a path of rebuilding your life. Each episode dives into her path to find more purpose, outlets to deal with anxiety, shame, and depression associated with survivors of domestic abuse to find your new beginning. And now here's your host, Patricia Silver.
It's Patricia Silver, your host of A New Beginning. Today, we are going to talk about the beauty of healing and the process that it takes to get to that end result. As always, if you find yourself in a difficult situation, please seek help and seek professional help. There's no shame in doing that, and mental health is just as important as your physical health. So the process of healing and the beauty that it brings. I worked for different companies over the years, and I worked for a particular company that the young ladies I worked with, they would get bored with their boyfriends or they were going through a difficult time and they would break up with them. And a week later, oh, I'm so alone. I'm so X, Y, and Z. And I've seen and met people who go from one relationship to the other, and there's really never this time to heal themselves and to realize that there's such beauty with the process of healing and the process of taking time to go through every emotion. And that's why I do feel that a lot of people, even myself included, feel they'd rather be with somebody, even if they're miserable, than being alone and finding happiness within themselves. The process of healing, which will probably take on many episodes of this, starts with realizing that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to seek help. There's no shame in this. And what I would suggest is that if you find yourself jumping from one relationship to another, again, go seek help. There's nothing wrong with getting professional help to see why you do this and to break this habit. Going through the cycle of domestic abuse myself, I realized that I needed time to heal, and I went to counseling. And it started the healing process, but I will tell you, it's taken me probably close to 13 years, 12 to 13 years before I realized how much I've healed from this. And, I had a couple relationships, after the passing of my husband, but it, it just never, and I couldn't figure out why. And it wasn't until I moved to Texas and finally found peace is that I really needed to work on myself. And that's what I would encourage you through this process of healing, because in the end, the beauty I found has been the peace and focusing on myself and the things I wanted to do. So I would encourage you again, just focus on yourself at this time. If you have children or anyone that you're responsible for, if you cannot take care of yourself, you cannot take care of others. In our episode last week, when we were talking about mindset, Laura brought up a question is that you cannot give from a depleted cup. In other words, if your cup runs over, you're able to give a lot. But if you give so much to everybody else, you deplete everything where there's no energy, there's, mentally you're not there, you get burnt out. So again, I would suggest that you take this time to get to know yourself. And in our next episode, we're going to start goal setting and how to create some goals and how to start the process of moving forward. So until next time, you have a great day and catch you in the next episode of A New Beginning.
You've been listening to A New Beginning podcast with your host, Patricia Silver. Thank you for your positive comments, reviews, and for sharing this show with others.